It is 6 minutes before 8 o'clock, and this is Morning Live. Thank you so much for staying with us till this far. Now, on the day allocated to spoiling mothers instead of bubble baths and breakfast in bed, the Maslow Hotel is inviting sons and daughters to win over mums with real bubbles this Mother's Day. And we now cross over to my colleague Pearl, who's standing by with Miss South Africa. A very good morning to you again, Pearl. Has the pampering and the spoiling started yet? And I do understand you've got Miss South Africa there.
Hi, Sims. Well, the pampering has not started just yet. We just finished having a delightful breakfast here at the Maslow Hotel. But tell you what, the Maslow Hotel and their partners, Africology and GH have a very special day lined up for moms and their families. Right now, you're right, I am with Miss South Africa, Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters, and she's joined by her mom, Anne-Marie Steenkamp. And they'll share with us just what makes their bond very special. But before I get to them, Sims, let me just remind you that today is a very special day. We're celebrating and honoring moms, and I also know that a couple of celebrities will be making their way to the Maslow with their moms, the likes of Lerato Kganyago, the likes of Entle Mbali. The former Miss South Africa herself, Lisa Lowry, will also be spending her delightful afternoon here with her mom. Well, let me take you to Miss South Africa, the current Miss South Africa, who'll talk to us about the bond that she shares with her mom. Good morning and welcome to Morning Lab.
Good morning. So I'm one of the lucky girls to have two mommies, and today I have Elsie Peters, my stepmom, with me. And yes, I'm really looking forward to sharing a very special day with her.
You have two mommies. Tell us more about that. And yes, you are indeed a lucky girl.
I am. My parents were divorced I was very young, and I literally grew up in two homes, and both my step-parents really raised me as their own. So I feel very fortunate for that.
Tell us about the bond that you share with this mommy that is here today.
Well, as I said, she raised me as her own. She's always been, my other mom, and we've always done mom-daughter things together. And I've got a half-sister, Franja, so that I'm also very lucky for.
Mom, your daughter speaks about a very special bond that you share with her and the few things that you guys get up to as girls. Tell us about some of those things. What are some of the great memories you shared with your daughter?
Well, one of the nice things is to know that I've met her when she was about 2.5 years old. So I can still remember walking around with her on my hip. That cannot happen any longer, but it's a very fond memory of mine. And when she was a really little girl, she was very sweet. We went to the ATM one day to withdraw some money, and she wanted to press the buttons. And as I picked her up to press the buttons and the money came out, she looked down and she said, "Thank you."
Really?
That is really, truly so special. Well, as you say, you can't put her on your hip anymore. She's all grown up and she's actually a Miss South Africa. How does that make you feel as a mom? Tell us about the feelings of pride that you feel when just looking at her success and what she's been able to achieve.
You know what? It makes a parent really grateful when you see that all the efforts that you've put into parenting really resulted in something special. It's been a privilege to be part of this journey. If it hadn't been for the divorce, then I wouldn't have been part of this journey. So it was really special for me to be one of the 4 parents.
Demi, your mom speaks so fondly about her life with you and her journey with you. Tell us about some of the things that you used to do for her when you were younger. I mean, now you're Miss South Africa and you can afford to bring her to the Maslow. But what are some of the things that you did when you were younger?
Well, I think except for the fact that I forced her to eat all my concoctions that I made in the kitchen, I really remember that we always used to bake together, and that's where I got my love for food in the kitchen. And I think little things like, baking little mud cakes and drawing ugly pictures as little girls would do.
All right. Mom, back to you. What are your hopes and aspirations for your daughter? I mean, our moms really do carry the nation on their shoulders. And I know, as like any other mom, you still have great hopes and great belief in what Demi can do. So tell us more about that.
It would be really wonderful for me if she could realize the potential. Life is, especially in today's day and age, the world is your oyster. And it would be lovely for me if she can use these opportunities that has come her way to really make something special of it and to realize all the beautiful potential that is inside of her. Because, at the age of 21, or even though she has achieved a lot, there's still, a large chunk of life to be lived. And I think this is not the be-all and end-all. This is just the beginning.
All right, fantastic, ladies. Thank you so very much. Well, Sims, there you have it, Miss South Africa and her beautiful mom talking to us about the great bond that they share. For now, it's back to you in studio, but we will be bringing you more from right here at the Maslow Hotel.